Hello everyone. We will study the brachial plexus. Brachial plexus is a network of nerves formed in the cervical region, and this is meant for supplying the muscles and skin of the upper limb. There is ventral ramus and dorsal ramus for all the typical spinal nerves. So the brachial plexus is arising from the ventral ramus of C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Remember, there are 8 cervical spinal nerves. So these are the ventral ramus, and this ventral ramus forms the root of the brachial plexus. The C5 and C6 root unites to form the upper trunk. C7 alone forms the middle trunk. C8 and T1 unite to form the lower trunk. So here is upper trunk, middle trunk and lower trunk. This is root, this is trunk. Each trunk divides into an anterior division. I am giving red for the anterior division of all the 3 trunks. The posterior division. So here is trunk and this is division. The anterior division of upper trunk and middle trunk unite to form the lateral cord. The anterior division of lower trunk alone forms the medial cord, and the posterior divisions of all the trunks forms the posterior cord. So here is lateral cord, posterior cord and medial cord. The lateral cord is laterally, the medial cord is medially, and the posterior cord is relatively posteriorly. So this is the formation of brachial plexus. Now we will see the branches arising from each part of the brachial plexus. The branches can be divided into the branches arising from the root, trunk and cords. There is no branch arising from the division. Now the branch arising from the root is from C5, C6 and C7. So this is the long thoracic nerve. And there is one nerve arising from the C5 root named as the dorsal scapular nerve. Among the trunks, only the upper trunk gives branch. 2 branches are arising from the upper trunk. This nerve is suprascapular nerve, and this nerve is nerve to subclavius. We will see the branches arising from each cord in a schematic manner. From the lateral cord arises 3 nerves. You can remember by the code L, M, L. L for lateral pectoral nerve, musculocutaneous nerve and lateral root of median nerve. From the medial cord arises 5 branches. You can remember by the code M, 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 M and U. Here is the lateral pectoral nerve. So here will be medial pectoral nerve. There is lateral root of median nerve. So here will be medial root of median nerve. Then there are 2 cutaneous nerves, one for the arm and another for the forearm. So here is a medial cutaneous nerve of arm, that's right, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. I think you can guess the name of the nerve, that is the ulnar nerve. So these are the branches arising from the medial cord of the brachial plexus. Now we will see the branches arising from the posterior cord. I am borrowing this name ulnar. Upper subscapular nerve. So this will be lower subscapular nerve. That is nerve to muscle, axillary nerve, and this is radial nerve. So these two are large branches of the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. I think that is quite easy about the branches of the brachial plexus. To sum up things, brachial plexus is formed from the C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1 spinal nerves. C5, C6 unite to form the upper trunk. C7 alone forms the middle trunk. C8 and T1 unite to form the lower trunk. The branches arising from the root are, from the C5 root arises the dorsal scapular nerve. From C5, C6, C7 arises the long thoracic nerve. The branches arising from the upper trunk, suprascapular nerve and nerve to subclavius muscle. Roots do not have any branch. Each trunk divides into anterior and posterior divisions. The anterior divisions of upper and middle trunk unite to form the lateral cord of the brachial plexus. Anterior division of the lower trunk alone forms the middle cord of the brachial plexus. All the posterior divisions unite to form the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. Posterior cord is the largest of all the cords. We start the branches from the lateral cord, LML, lateral pectoral nerve, musculocutaneous nerve and lateral root of median nerve. Branches from the medial cord, medial pectoral nerve, medial root of median nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of arm and forearm and ulnar nerve. Borrowing this ulna to make the cord here, the nerves are upper subscapular nerve, lower subscapular nerve, nerve to axillary nerve and radial nerve. This point is named as Erb's point. The significance of Erb's point is that this is the meeting point of 6 nerves. You can see the C5 and C6 roots, anterior and posterior division of the upper trunk, suprascapular nerve and nerve to subclavius. So these 6 nerves meet here. If there is any injury to the Erb's point, it will result in Erb's palsy, which is characterized by adducted arm, extended elbow, pronated forearm and flexed wrist. Similarly, there can be injury to the inferior trunk of the brachial plexus, resulting in Klumpke's paralysis. Klumpke's paralysis result in complete claw hand. So this is a complete claw hand. You can see the hyperextended metacarpophalangeal joint and flexed fingers. Don't confuse that with the partial claw hand, which usually occurs as a result of local injury to the ulnar nerve. In Klumpke's paralysis, you can observe a complete claw hand. That's all about the brachial plexus. Thank you.